Allen. I'm a respiratory therapist at Sleep Centers of Middle Tennessee. Today we're going to talk about how to open your Dreamstation CPAP and get it set up for use. So when you get your machine in the mail, you'll have your box. Go ahead and open your box and pull your machine out. It will be wrapped in plastic. We'll take the machine out of the plastic, and as you can see, you have a nice carrying case. You open your machine, everything should be packaged and ready for you. First thing I want you to look at is this insert. You have two things that are going to be very important. You have your power cord and you have a filter. We'll show you where that filter goes shortly. You also have your owner's manual. So take your machine out. This is your Dreamstation machine. You also have a power cord that comes in the side of the bag, and I'm going to put the bag over. So this should be everything that you need to get started on your CPAP machine. The first thing we'll do is get the power cord ready to go and get the machine set up. You'll notice that your power cord comes in two parts. You'll have the double prong here that plugs in, and this end will obviously plug into the wall. You have the adapter for your CPAP machine, which is color coded. It will only go one place. It goes on the side of your machine. Again, you have green here and green there. That way you know exactly where it goes. So now you have power to your machine. We're going to open your hose. The first thing you'll notice, the hose is 6 feet long. The ends are not the same. One end has an electrical adapter and the other one doesn't. That's very important. The electrical adapter is going to plug in to the humidifier at the top. So let's talk about the machine itself. The first thing you'll notice is that you have two components. You have the CPAP portion here, the humidifier portion here. The humidifier is important because that will help you keep from getting dried out during use. They are separate components and they will come apart. There's a gray button on the side. If you press that button, the machines come apart. And the reason that's important is perhaps if you wanted to travel and travel very lightly, you can just take the CPAP machine. If you take the CPAP only, your hose will attach to the back of the machine. So let's talk about the humidifier in some detail. Humidifier, there's a latch on the top. If you pull that latch toward the power button, the lid will raise. And then you have a tray. This is your humidifier tray, which comes out. You're going to fill this with water each night before you go to bed. Distilled water only. There's a fill line at the top. You'll see it. There's a dotted line above a mark that says max. Never fill that water above the dotted line. Empty your water every day. Even if the machine doesn't use all the water, and it likely won't use all the water, but even if it doesn't use the water, we want that machine, we want the humidifier emptied and start fresh. Now to your CPAP machine. We're going to start with the door here on the right side of your machine. There's a couple of things here that are very important. You have filters. The first filter is a dark blue washable reusable filter. This gets washed each week, and we'll talk later in the video about how to do that. You also have a light blue disposable filter. This does not get washed, and they snap together. There's groove inserts here that attach here so that they snap together. Wash this one every week. Look at this one. When this one gets dirty, just take it off and throw it away. On this side, you also have an SD card. Spring-loaded, just like an SD card in your camera. This is important in that each time you come in to see your provider, please bring this card and we will download information, and it's helpful to treat you. On the other side of your machine is another door. This is a wireless modem. This transmits data to us through the cellular devices. You will not have to hook this up to your Wi-Fi, but this transmits data to us remotely and lets us know how things are going. And that's important for a couple of reasons. Number one, if you call me and you're having difficulty with your CPAP machine, I can actually look at your data and I can analyze it and make adjustments remotely to make the machine more comfortable for you. The other part of this is insurance companies generally want to see this data before they pay for the machine. So in the first 90 days, I have to turn that data in to most insurance companies. On the top of your machine, you're going to notice two buttons. The first button is a power button. When you press that, the machine will actually come on. When the display comes on, you'll see a pressure setting in the middle of your screen. Aside from the pressure setting, you're going to see these two numbers, top and bottom. We will talk in a second about what those are. Your ramp feature is here. The ramp feature is important in that it allows the pressure to decrease for a period of 30 minutes. So if your pressure feels too high, if you press the ramp feature, it will drop the pressure down to 4 centimeters, which is as low as the CPAP will go, and then gradually increase the pressure back to your prescribed pressure. So again, on your display, 4 centimeters of pressure is your pressure setting on this particular machine. And then you have these two numbers to the right side, which are humidity and temperature control. So the top number here is your tube temperature control. You actually get to control the temperature of the air coming out of the tube. And if you want to adjust that, you toggle with the dial until you highlight that number. You click the button, and then you can turn to adjust. Higher the number means warmer air. Lower is cooler. Your range is 0 to 5. We recommend that you start at 3 and then adjust as you're comfortable. The number on the bottom is your humidifier number. This is how you adjust the amount of moisture that's coming into your machine. Again, highlight that number, you press the button and turn. Higher the number is more moisture, lower is less. Again, start at 3 and then adjust accordingly. And this is something that you will have to change periodically as the seasons change. Power button turns the machine off. So the final thing to get your machine set up is the cleaning process. Each week, take the machine apart and clean it. If it comes off the machine, I'd like it washed. This includes mask, headgear, hose, humidifier chamber, and the dark blue filter. Please wash them in good, warm, soapy water. Soak them for about 15 minutes or so. Use a hand soap, dishwashing liquid, something that's mild. Rinse everything really well and make sure everything is air dry before you put it back together. The one thing you'll have difficulty drying is the hose. It doesn't like to dry, so perhaps hang it over a shower head or something. That way it drains during the course of the day. This concludes our tutorial today. This is a very basic demonstration of how the CPAP works. If you have specific questions, feel free to refer to the owner's manual or give us a call at your convenience.